It is December 1st. It is a new month. It is the last month of the year, and I think we are going to see massive upside in the month ahead. Bitcoin is trading at $96,000. We had the highest monthly close on Bitcoin ever. We had the largest monthly candle on Bitcoin ever in the history of Bitcoin. It's absolutely nuts. So in this video, I'm going to update you with my thoughts on the monthly closes, what I expect for the month ahead, and basically how we can make as much profits as possible. So if you like that, smash the like button. Be sure to follow my page on Instagram, subscribe to my channel on YouTube. And quickly before we start, there is now less than 48 hours left to join my VIP membership before I double the price. This is the Black Friday special offer I've been running for the past month. We are approaching the end of it. So now on Monday, which is tomorrow at midnight Eastern time, I'm permanently doubling the price. So if you still want to get in and save yourself 50%, you literally save $2,000 on the lifetime membership. The link is in the description down below. Come and sign up. There is no risk. You can sign up today and then you still have a full 60 days to change your mind. If you don't like what you see, you get instant access to everything. You can go through the courses, the training, the updates. You can join the Discord. You can ask me questions. If you are not happy, you still have 60 days to change your mind and get a full refund. There's no strings attached. It is unconditional. If you don't like it, you can get your money back. But the price doubles tomorrow at midnight Eastern time. And after that, you'll just have to pay $2,000 more for the exact same content. So come and join. It is 100% worth it. That's why I put the guarantee there. Because if you don't think so, you can get your money back. But this could literally change your life. There are people making 6 figures a year, 7 figures a year inside VIP. I'm in there every day. I'm sharing my charts, market analysis, insights, my own personal trade ideas with crypto, with Forex. We are going to trade the market in the bull market. We are going to short it in the bear market. We trade spot, we trade leverage. Everything is inside VIP, and I guarantee that you will find it valuable. And if not, you can get a full refund within 60 days. Come and join us. The link is in the description down below before the price doubles tomorrow at midnight Eastern time. All right, so I'm going to start out with this, the monthly returns, because the month has just closed. November was green with a huge month once again, as is pretty much the norm for a Bitcoin, 37.29%. So what is so interesting to see right now is that this pattern is playing out. I said this at the beginning of October. So 2 months ago, I made a video showing you this exact monthly returns chart. And I said every single time without fail that we had a green September for Bitcoin, it was followed by a green October, November, and December. As you can see here in 2015, in 2016, in 2023, and that has been the case for the past 10 years without exception. This year, we had a green September, and that pattern is once again playing out. We have had a green October, and we have now had a green November. That is locked in. That cannot change anymore. Now, it is likely going to be that if this pattern continues, which I think it will, and based on the charts and everything else, that December is once again going to be green. And December can also be a very big month. As you can see here, when it's green, 30%, 38%, 46%, it is possible. So we are likely to see, in my opinion, more than $100,000 per Bitcoin. The number I'm looking at as a potential target, maybe for a top, is 110 to 120,000. And I think it's possible that we could actually see that now in the month of December. What is also just interesting to note is that this year was also an election year. So 2024, we had 2020, it was a green October, November, and December, and 2016 was also a green October, November, and December. So far, we've had green October and November, so likely, again, if that pattern repeats, the same as the other pattern, we have two types of patterns here that have confluence. That means December is likely to be green based on these patterns. So now we have the Bitcoin monthly chart. As you can see, Bitcoin is currently trading at $96,300. And you can see this is just a huge green candle, the biggest monthly candle in the history of Bitcoin. You can see when it started the month, the low of the candle was 66,798 and the high was 99,800. So that is a $33,000 move in one monthly candle. It is insane. And of course it closed right near the top. So that shows how much the bulls are in control, how strong this trend is. and it's the highest monthly close ever, of course. Now, that being said, there are some things to, of course, get cautious for. So I do think we still are going to go above this $100,000 level. That makes sense to me. Hopefully 110 or 120,000. Could it go much, much higher? Yes, of course, we all want to see that. But I also want to be a bit of a voice of reason and of caution based on a lot of things that we are seeing on the chart. So number one, if I change this back to a weekly chart, you can see how steep this rally has been. Like I just said, in the past 4 weeks, the price of Bitcoin went from $66,000 to almost $100,000. That is a huge, huge move. There has still not been any sort of significant pullback or correction. Now, of course, what we can also see is we have the 50-week moving average here in blue, and the price of Bitcoin only extends or deviates a certain amount above that average before it tops out and it snaps back just like a rubber band. This works to the upside and it works to the downside also. And as you can clearly see, the distance that the price is now above the 50-week moving average is pretty extreme. If you compare it to any previous level in the history of Bitcoin, the distance away from the 50 moving average is pretty close up there to where previous tops have been made. Now, I'm not going to go through all the various top signals and indicators and stuff like that. I actually did that yesterday in my VIP. I made a 1 hour and 15-minute member update video going through all the top signals and what to look for and things like that. But I just want to share with you here quickly that we are in those extreme levels of deviation away from the 50-week moving average. On top of that, if we add in the RSI here on the week, what you can also clearly see is there is a bearish RSI divergence that is currently present. This was in 2021. Whenever you see this, it happens on a lot of altcoins. You can go and find it yourself. It means that there is a likely chance that we are close to either a pullback, some sort of correction, or potentially a top. As we saw in 2021, that actually ended up happening. It ended up being the top of the bull cycle when we had the bearish RSI divergence, which means the price makes a higher high, but the RSI indicator makes a lower high. We have that same situation at this point in time. We have the price that made a much higher high, but the RSI is not confirming that. You add in lots of confluence and other different types of top signals, and I think there is potential for Bitcoin to be pretty close to a top. We are talking potentially months, maybe also even weeks. Now, if you base it on the 4-year cycle that has been repeating so far, you can see this is the weekly chart of Bitcoin. The vertical lines are the Bitcoin halvings that happen every 4 years. And this pattern has been repeating basically since the start of Bitcoin. In the year leading up, the red circle here that I have, the price grinds up into the halving. After the halving, we get our Bitcoin bull markets. That's when things go absolutely parabolic in the blue circles over here. And as you can see, time-wise, that tends to be 12 to 18 months, and more typically actually 12 months. Even in the last cycle in May of 2021, that was the first high before we had that 50% drop. That was actually the top for most coins, and that was 12 months after the halving. So if that cycle repeats, the halving was in April of this year of 2024. So 12 months is March or April of 2025. That is, in my opinion, the maximum. I would say that if we get lucky and everything continues to be bullish, that we still have another, say, 4, maybe 5 months of bull ahead of us. That would be fantastic if we get that. And if we get that, I think we probably go a bunch higher in Bitcoin. Maybe we see 150, 180,000 if we do indeed have 5 months left. But there is also a chance that this cycle maybe front runs and we maybe peak as soon as January already. It's hard to tell in advance, but I would say somewhere between 1 and 5 months left of this bull market based on the data, based on the signals we were seeing, based on the charts. And then with this in mind, we obviously keep an eye on the charts and everything as it develops 1 week at a time, even a day at a time. That is the only way to tell. And again, that is a reason why you should be in VIP right now, because on these videos, we can look at big picture stuff, but I'm not doing the real-time updates here on YouTube, right, or on Instagram. I'm doing that in my VIP Discord on a daily basis. Charts, top signals, everything we're looking for, trade ideas, coins I'm buying, coins I'm selling. If you want that information, join VIP. The link is in the description down below, and there is only 2 days left before I'm doubling the price. So really, it is worth joining. So look, that is what I'm seeing for the cycle. I think there's 1 to maximum 5 months left, and it could actually be closer to 1 or 2 months. That is what I'm leaning towards at this point in time. But again, we update that daily. I do that in Discord, and I'll try and update here as much as possible on the channel also. But it's hard to make these videos in real time because by the time I've made a video and I upload it several hours later, things could have already changed. Now let's take a look at Ethereum, which is currently trading at $3,700. You can see this is a monthly chart. Beautiful green candles, super big, super strong, and I believe we are going to see Ethereum start to play a bit of catch up finally, because it has been lagging so badly in terms of performance behind Bitcoin. And I believe that I think we're probably easily going to see this $4,100 level, this previous high from March, but I think there's a chance that we go straight to the previous all-time high at $4,900, and I think that's possible this month or maybe by next month, but hopefully even in December, that we just see a big monthly candle. It's not even that far away. It's literally like $1,200, and the previous monthly candle, it had a low of 23.56, a high of 37.42, and that basically means that if we have one more month in the same size as November, now in December, we're basically at all-time highs for Ethereum. Then I want to show you the total crypto market cap, which is Bitcoin plus all other altcoin market cap combined. It is at $3.33 trillion as I'm making this. You can see this is a huge green monthly candle, which is the increase in overall market cap of cryptocurrencies. And you can see we are now at new all-time highs. The overall crypto market cap is now higher than the peak of the previous cycle. And obviously that's logical because we've had a lot of new coins that have been added, which increases the market cap, and there has been a lot of coins that have been added to circulation, which can also increase the market cap. So if we change this to a weekly chart now, again, in the same way that it is happening on Bitcoin, it is also present here. There are weekly RSI bearish divergences, meaning the higher high in price is not being confirmed by the RSI, which is hinting at the fact that this is not something that is sustainable, this rally, this bull market, and that when it is over, we probably see a sharp correction, if not a complete reversal and new bear market, just like we did in 2021. You can see over here, the same thing happened. We had a higher high in price and then a lower high in the RSI, and that was the top. And we were followed by the bear market. I think a similar thing is playing out right now. We have that same RSI divergence where we are at new all-time highs for the total market cap, but the RSI is not confirming it. It is basically warning us that things are not as strong as what they are. Now, of course, we have the final phase of the bull cycle, the euphoria, the FOMO. Retail is coming in, even institutions and companies that are still buying Bitcoin. All that money is flowing in. So the price can continue going higher, but the fundamentals aren't reflecting it, the technical, should I say. And that's just basically showing us that we should be careful, that we should not make the assumption that this trend is just starting, that basically it is running on fumes, and that when the new money that's flowing in starts to slow down and there's no new buyers to continue pushing up the price, but there are going to be more sellers that are going to start selling, that is when we get the reversal, and that is when we start to see this RSI play out and potentially get a complete reversal, a cycle top for the bull market and a new bear market. Now, that being said, it does not mean that I think the top is right now as I'm making this video. I do believe, like I said, we still have probably a month left, the green month of December, maybe even into January. This also played out in the 2017 cycle. And in those last several weeks of the cycle, we get the largest amount of upside in the shortest period of time. So this is actually, if you are aware of what's happening, the best time to be involved in crypto, because you see the quickest results in the shortest period of time. So you see the largest gains. We see the 5x, the 10x, the 20x, perhaps in a period of 4 to 6 weeks. So that is amazing, because if you're positioned and you can get that kind of return in such a short period of time, and you can realize your profits and cash out, that's the best thing that you can ask for in crypto, in my opinion. So I think that's what we're about to see, which means that in the next 4 to 8 weeks, we could see life-changing gain potential play out. But it means also you need to be positioned before the pump happens, and you need to be selling as it starts to pump, because after it's done, it will likely come all the way back down again. I'm not going to go through that in this video. There are so many altcoins you can look at as examples where the price went up 10x, 20x, 50x during the bull cycle peak, and then it retraced all the way back down, literally to where it started from. So if you bought higher up, you would have gotten wrecked. If you bought at the very bottom, but you didn't sell, you would have gotten wrecked. You need to buy low and you need to sell on the way up and then let it drop again. And then we can do the whole thing over and over again. If you need help and guidance with that, that is what I'm doing in VIP. Come and join. I guarantee you it will be worth the membership fee. The link is in the description down below. If you don't think it's worth it, you have 60 days to ask for your money back. No strings attached. But the price of VIP is doubling tomorrow at midnight Eastern time, and you will literally have to pay $2,000 more for the same thing. So come and sign up. It is risk-free. Come and join us. Ride the rest of this bull market up as much as possible. Let's try and time the top as close as possible to cash out with as many profits as possible, and then we focus on trading and making money in the bear market and do the whole thing over again over the next 4 to 6 years. Come and join us in VIP. The link is in the description down below, and I will see you in the next video.